Hey, welcome back, guys, to another episode of Daniel Sports Ledger, sports betting tips and picks for sports bettors. And man, I am sorry about the long delay for the old air silence that I've been on. We've been busy. Um, I apologize. Don't give up on us just yet. We are gonna get a solid schedule where we're on all the time. We will get there, but apologies. No Manny today. Manny had to take care of a couple things today, so you know how that goes. Um, but man, March Madness. Are you guys ready? Are you? Let's talk some March Madness. First of all, already been killing it, killing it. Been hitting up tons of clients, tons of people. Super busy with that. By the way, shout out to probably the worst sports book in the world, Cliff Castle Casino. Thanks for the hat up in Arizona. But no, I mean a long time ago, years ago, they right when they first opened, they capped me at like $100 a bet after like 3 weeks of opening the sports book. But they want me back. They say I can bet whatever I want now, but we'll see. You know how that goes. You win a few, and then here comes the cap again. But we'll see. But shout out to Cliff Castle, man. It really is a pretty good casino. If you're ever in Arizona, you should check it out. Um, But yeah, so first of all, let me talk about let's just get into March Madness. I might talk a little football too, but I'm gonna do that at the end because most of you probably don't care to hear about a lot of that right now. So let's talk about the first game or the next game right now. Arizona's playing Dayton, scores 45-39 Arizona. Arizona should win this game, but it looks like they might not cover. We'll see what happens. But the first game I want to talk about, this one, man, I love this game. I love this game. This is gonna be Gonzaga and Kansas. I'm going money line. I've got my money on money line Kansas, 100% money line Kansas, 100%. Gonzaga is not a good team. I was just talking to one of my clients, actually right before I jumped on this podcast, and uh, he agreed with me, but I told him, I said, I might have to eat my words. Maybe Gonzaga wins this game, but I'm telling you, Gonzaga is not a good team. They are not a good team. If look, Kansas doesn't have their best player, sometimes things can happen, chemistry can be off, things like that. I don't know. I expect Kansas to blow them out, like honestly, blow them out. I'm talking 20 points or more, but you never know. I could eat my words, but I'm gonna tell you this: Gonzaga in the next round, when they lose, they are going to lose by 20, 30 points. Gonzaga is not a good team. Past years, yes, good team. But this year, no, they're not a good team. They're a very mediocre team. Um, and so yeah, I love Kansas to whoop Gonzaga today. So I'm going Kansas money line. I'm not sure what Vegas is thinking on this. I mean, I would probably put Kansas a 6.5 point favorite and still be like Kansas is going to blow them out. That's what I would do if I was Vegas. I think they're trying to sucker people on the fact that Gonzaga is always good every year, but yeah, not this year. Sorry, they're not. They're mediocre. And put it in the comments if you disagree with me, but that's my opinion on that. Next, I'm gonna talk about all the games. I'm gonna talk about every game. I'll tell you who I like in every game today. So keep watching. You're gonna love this show because this is really what everybody wants, right? You guys want my opinion free. You want me. Nobody, people have a hard time. They don't want to pay for expert advice all the time, stuff like that. You guys want my advice, so I'm gonna give you every game today. So we'll see how that goes. The next game is gonna be Michigan State, North Carolina. And one second here, sorry, had some kind of alert on my phone. Next one is Michigan State, North Carolina. This one, I see North Carolina whooping Michigan State. Michigan State's a solid team, but they're not. They're not on the level. And that's another one. I love North Carolina in this game. So last game I took an underdog money line. This one I like a favorite. I like North Carolina. I don't think this is going to be too close. I mean, comparatively, North Carolina probably wins somewhere between 9 and 12 points, somewhere in there, 8 and 12, somewhere in there. But they're definitely going to cover. I think Michigan State might get a couple, make it close towards the end or something. But I like North Carolina definitely by 8 to 12 points, maybe more. So there you go. There's another game. Let's just keep moving on. Let's just keep moving on. We got Washington State, Iowa State. Um, so now this is a team that does not get enough credit. Iowa State is legit with a capital L. In fact, capital LEGIT exclamation mark. Iowa State is legit. And Washington State's a good. Here's the only way I see this game being close, because I see Iowa State by 15 in this game. But here's where it could get close. Washington State, they got some shooters. Uh, just like any March Madness, if you get hot, you can beat a team. And Washington State could get hot. They have a good flow to their offense. Um, so you know, they could definitely get hot and somehow pull this out. But they would have to be. I mean, you're talking one of the. They're gonna have to have one of the best shooting games of their entire year to pull this off. Iowa State. I clearly see Iowa State winning this by like 15. Iowa State is legit, absolutely 100%. So I love Iowa State in this game. Next one is my sleeper. You guys saw me. I took Oakland plus 675 money line to beat Kentucky. It's on my Instagram, and I didn't throw a lot of money on it because I wasn't sure, but I was darn right positive that Oakland was going to win that game. So I did put some money on it, and Oakland did win that game, and they paid really well. Plus 675. I bet it before the game started. Oakland was my sleeper this year. One of my two sleepers, but my main sleeper. I see Oakland winning again, man. I see Oakland winning this game again. Um, you know, take the 6.5, but take a money line. Take Oakland money line. I think they win again today. Maybe they don't. We'll see. But NC State's a pretty solid team. They're pretty hard to um they're pretty hard to match up with. They're a very tough matchup for pretty much anybody. So that one could be an interesting one there. But you know, uh, Oakland's my sleeper. I'm sticking with them. I like Oakland. Maybe you want to stay away from this game. I don't know. It's up to you, but I'm leaning Oakland on this game. I'm sticking to my guns on Oakland. Um, so the next one, so the next one, this color orange, this could mean Texas. This could mean Tennessee. I'm gonna come back to this game. I'm gonna do this game last, but I'm just saying I did wear orange for a reason. But I'm gonna come back to this game for last. Next one, Duquesne, I believe is how you say it, versus Illinois. I mean, they beat BYU. It's great. They hadn't been in the tournament for 44 years. Um, or more. It's got to be more than that, I believe, because they haven't been in the tournament since '77, and that was the year my brother was born. And I know he's older than 44. He just had his birthday too. Shout out to my brother Jared, who actually was on the podcast once. So shout out to Jared. But so they haven't. Duquesne hasn't been to March Madness since 1977. Shout out to them. Great, but the run ends here. Illinois whoops them. So that's another one. I love Illinois. Easy cover, 10.5. Illinois probably by like 22 in this game. The next one, Oregon and Creighton. This is another. I love this one because listen, this is another one. I'm gonna tell you, Creighton is a garbage team. I'm saying it. I'm putting it out there. Creighton is not a. They're not a good team. They are a bad team. Their 3 seed is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They're a bad team. They're not a good. I'm sorry. I'm putting it out there. They are not a good team. And Oregon is going to win. They're going to win outright. They might win by 15. I'm not joking. Oregon wins this. Take a money line. The 4.5 point underdogs. Don't even take the 4.5 points. You don't need them. Oregon money line all day. Creighton's a bad team. Creighton's a joke. Creighton's a clown show. I like Creighton. I love them most years. Um, I like to root for Creighton a lot. I like to bet on Creighton a lot. Most years I love them, but I'm sorry. This year, clown show. They're not a good team. Sorry, putting it out there. You say what you want, but Creighton's a bad team. Oregon wins easily. So for the last game, here we go. And I'd love to hear any comments you guys have too, or questions or whatever. So I'm wearing orange. This last game, you got Texas and Tennessee. Okay, so Tennessee 6.5 point favorite. Texas money line. Texas goes to the Final Four. You heard it first here. I said it first. Texas. Take Texas. Texas is going to win this game. They're going to go to the Final Four. That's my prediction. You know, it's tough. Maybe they get blown out. That's a tough prediction. They could get blown out, no doubt. Tennessee's a good team, man. But I'm just letting you know, man. I see Texas by probably win by 8 points in this game. I'm taking Texas. I'm just putting it out there. You heard it first here. Texas goes to the Final Four. I'm putting it out there. Putting it out there in the world. We'll see what happens. Maybe I got to eat my words on some of these things, but then again, maybe not. I guess you'll find out. Time will tell us all, right? Right now, Arizona, Dayton. Arizona's up 5, 9:34 left in the game. So that should be a good game. Arizona, my thoughts on Arizona is that they're, I'm a U of A fan as well. North Carolina, U of A, those are my teams. But Arizona, they're I don't put a lot of faith in Arizona this year. I really don't. They could even lose this game. I don't think they will lose to Dayton. I think that they will. Um, Arizona's favored 8.5 in this game. They'll probably still find a way to cover. Probably win by 11 or something in this game. But you know, Arizona, I see them getting in the Final Four, and then that's probably where they lose. I believe they would end up playing possibly from the top seed, and their top seeds make it. Possibly, I believe Illinois they might end up playing something like that. But yeah, let's keep it moving. Let's talk about tomorrow's games. Let's talk about tomorrow's games. I haven't done a podcast for a while, so I feel like I owe you guys. So I apologize. We are gonna get this going eventually on a schedule all the time. We will get there. But you know, life interjects itself. Life gets in the way sometimes, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, but we are working on getting this podcast going as much as possible, and we will get Manny back. He'll be back. Shout out to Manny. We miss you, Manny. And then, all right. So then we got Colorado Marquette tomorrow, 9:10 a.m. CBS. Marquette's favored by 3.5. Whew, this is a barn burner. I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't bet this game. Don't bet this game. I can't tell you what's gonna happen in this game, man. This is gonna be a wild game. By the way, literally just now on my phone, I got a message from MGM. Um, so I'm pretty. First of all, I hate to interrupt because I know you guys don't really care about this too much, but I just gotta say this because I am a sports betting podcast, and you know, I'm a little pissed off at MGM. Everybody knows I love MGM. That's my go-to. Um, but lately, I've been digging DraftKings. I've been digging DraftKings a lot lately. They've had some really good specials. I love their threes day. If you guys get a chance to do that, also during the tournament, they have the a no sweat. You can do a free no sweat $25 bet. Like throw that on Oakland or whatever money line, or one of your long shots money line, and then if you don't lose, you get your money back. But you only get up to $25 back. So if you bet 100, you're only going to get 25 back. That's the key. So just bet 25 only, and you get your money back as a bonus bet, basically. So actually, I don't even think it. I think you actually just get your money back. I'm not sure. I can't remember right now. But anyways, that's a nice little one if you want to do underdogs. Just do the $25 with DraftKings. But here's the thing with MGM. So MGM told me that they were giving, by the way, shout out to Stacy, my MGM rep. MGM told me that they were giving me sweet tickets to this Coyotes game tomorrow on Sunday 2 tickets. I was gonna take Manny with me. We were gonna, do some stuff for the show, for social media and everything. I was gonna take some pictures, show you guys the suite, free drinks, free food, all that stuff in the suite at the Coyotes game. Um, and I even moved around some appointments and stuff so that I could attend the game. And I haven't got the tickets. And the game's tomorrow, and I was supposed to get them yesterday. I kept trying to confirm with her. She kept telling me, "Hey, well, it's gonna come 2 days before, blah blah blah." And anyway, she just gave me a message that she's gonna check up on it. So hopefully we'll be at the game tomorrow, and you'll see some stuff on my social media for that for tomorrow. But as of right now, I don't have those tickets, so I'm kind of pissed at MGM. That's not a for a place like MGM. You'd think that they would run the show better. You'd think that you could get a confirmation quicker than 2 days before. I mean, I just don't get this whole thing. So I'm a little peeved off at MGM right now. But hopefully they come through. I get those tickets, and you'll be able to see us in the suite at the Coyotes game tomorrow night. But anyways, so back to this. Colorado Marquette. Personally, it's a stay away game. I wouldn't even necessarily in play this because even if one team gets quite ahead, I mean, I think this is a bad game to bet in play or anytime during the game. If there was a bet to do on it, I w- yeah, I would do over 147.5 if you were gonna bet on it. But even then, just not bet the Colorado Marquette game. That would be my advice. Next one. Oh, she's actually calling me right now. Should I answer? Should I put this on speaker? I'm gonna put this on speaker. Let's see what happens. This is live for real. Hello, Stacy.
Hey Daniel, how are you?
Good. Hey, I hope you don't mind. I'm actually live on a podcast right now. Is it okay if I record this?
No. But I just wanted to call with regards to the tickets.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't want to be on a podcast though.
Okay. Let me call you back then, okay?
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Bye. Well, she said no, so I can't do that illegally. So, anyways, but I'll call her back. But just so you know, that's legit. So she was calling me about the tickets. Um, and so, anyways, yeah. So Utah State, Purdue. Purdue's favored by 11.5. This is a frustrating one because Purdue easily should cover that, right? They should. But we all know Purdue's history. We all know Purdue's history. I mean, they lose to these teams all the time every year. So I don't know I don't know what to do. In this particular game, just maybe wait all the way to halftime. No matter no matter how it looks, the flow of the game, wait all the way till halftime, then decide if you want to make a bet on it. That'd be my suggestion in that game. Over 148.5. I would lean towards the under in that game. But that's yeah, that's another game I'm not too favorable. Next one is Duke minus second 7.5 against James Madison. Um, I would almost take James Madison plus the points in this game. I think 7.5 is a lot for Duke. James Madison really showed what they had yesterday against Wisconsin, and that's a tough one there. That's another kind of stay away game. I would lean towards James Madison plus the points, to be honest. The over under. I Man, that's 148.5. That's a really weird one because they could easily shoot over that with the way that their offenses flow, but Duke, I don't know, man. There's something weird about Duke with over unders, man. They seem to like stall the game a little bit and make it go under when you see it easily going over. So I don't know. I wouldn't touch that over under. That's a weird over under. Um, Next one is Clemson Baylor. I'll go a little quicker for you guys. All right, let's see. Okay, she sent me a message. She said, told me to double check my spam folder. She said I should have the tickets, so we'll see. I looked in my spam folder, I didn't see them, but I'll double check. So hopefully, it sounds like maybe they came through for me. So awesome, guys, check that out because Instagram tomorrow night, me and Manny, we're gonna be at the Suite in the Coyotes game. It's gonna be a good time. We'll do some Instagram live stuff. It'll be a good time. So shout out to Stacy, MGM. Restore my faith in them. Restore my and Stacy, by the way, she's awesome. I never blamed her at all for any of this. To me, it was the way MGM was doing stuff. So she's an awesome MGM rep. And also I would love to get it sponsored by MGM if they're watching. So um anyways, but uh yeah, so Clemson Baylor, it's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be a fun game. Let me tell you something. I got another underdog here. Another orange shirt underdog, Clemson, baby. Clemson's legit. Didn't tell him that's my other sleeper. That was my other sleeper. Oakland and Clemson. Clemson's legit. I've been saying there's some phony baloney stuff with Creighton and Gonzaga. Clemson is the opposite. People think Clemson is kind of phony baloney. They are legit. And I think they beat Baylor. I really do. I really, really think that they beat Baylor. Baylor is, they're a solid squad, but I hate to say this, man. There's nothing special about Baylor. Tell me, put in the comments. Tell me what's special about Baylor. There's nothing, man. Clemson, I like Clemson in this game, man. I'm gonna take a money line. I'm gonna take Clemson money line in this game, 100%. Grand Canyon, shout out to Grand Canyon GCU, here in Arizona. By the way, went skydiving over the Grand Canyon. Great time. You should go skydiving. If you ever want any information about skydiving, hit me up about that too. I love skydiving. But Grand Canyon, great school. Versus Alabama. Here's the problem. I only see Alabama losing this game if somehow they go cold because Alabama is another squad that I think is completely legit this year. And Grand Canyon's like a beehive. They're gonna run up and down on the court on you. They're gonna throw up shots. They're gonna do all kinds of stuff. And if Alabama can't slow them down a tiny bit, you're not gonna slow them down all the way. But if they can't stall them a little bit, if they can't hit their shots, GCU could come away with an upset. But I don't see it happening. I see Alabama take the -5.5. The 100%, I'm taking Alabama in that game. Next one, Connecticut Northwestern. Connecticut's another team I think is way overrated. But they should still. I mean, I would take Northwestern. Shoot, I don't know. I don't know if I would take the points or not. I feel like the line is right where it's at. Like Connecticut could win by 18. They could win by 8. Like somewhere in there. Like I feel like that 14.5 is. I don't know. That's going to be an interesting game. But I fully expect Connecticut to win. I wouldn't bet the game. I don't like the spread, and I'm not confident in taking Northwestern plus the points either. So there you have it. Over under 135.5. I would lean towards the over, but I don't know. We'll see. That's for me at least at this moment. That's maybe I'll do more research on this game, but at this moment, I just stay away from Northwestern and Connecticut. I don't think that there's any good lines for you. There's and like I always tell people, like this is why I don't buy hooks. This is why I don't buy points because if you're buying points or hooks, the game is already too close for you to call. So go find a better game. Go find a blowout. There's blowouts every day. Go find a blowout. Why are you buying 2 points? Are you that good? Are you that good that you think buying 2 points is going to make the difference for you? And you're full of crap. You're an idiot. It's a sucker bet. I worked in Vegas. We laughed at people who bought points. All the books laugh at you when you buy points. Every sports bettor tells you that buy points. Sorry, but I take anything from them with a grain of salt because I'm just telling you, no one in this industry is that good. Like, just find a different game. Find a better game. And that's what I'm telling you on Northwestern Connecticut. The spread is good. Vegas did a good job on it. The over-under is good. They did a good job on it. Just find a different game, man. You don't need to bet that game. You- it's pointless. Like that's how I tell people. Y- y- How many times are you going to win by buying points? And all that's going to do is cost you juice, which costs you money, which means that you have to have a higher winning percentage. It's dumb. Don't listen to people that tell you to buy points. It's just find a different game. There's blowouts every day. Find a blowout. It's simple. Okay. Make things simpler for yourself. Okay. That's my advice. As a professional, that's my advice. Texas A&M, Houston. Uh, Texas A&M balled out, didn't they? I was surprised by that. I knew they were a good, solid team, and but man, they balled out. Houston minus 10.5. This is another one. Maybe it's a stay away. I mean, if I'm leaning towards Houston minus the 10.5. But again, this is another one. Why you want to bet this game? You know, this is going to be a difficult game. Maybe see how the flow goes. Maybe I don't even like in playing this game because I could see one team getting up by a lot and then the other team coming back and it'd be close at the end. The over under. I'll tell you what, I like the over. If you're gonna bet this, I would say take over 133.5. That's what I like in this game. That's where I would go in the Houston Texas A&M game. The next one is Yale and San Diego State. Um, Yale's another. They're good. I mean, I don't want to say they're phony baloney, but they're good. They're a good team. But San Diego State, they're gonna cover the 5.5. You know, it's yeah. Take San Diego State minus 5.5. The over under 128.5. I mean, I even like the over in that. So yeah, I mean, but take San Diego State. So that's my games for tomorrow. Those are the only games I have up. So that's that. Uh, so I do want to say a couple little things about football here. So if you guys don't want to hear it, you guys can tune out now. But first of all, this quarterback Caleb Williams out of USC, man, that I can't get. First of all, this guy Smitty on Instagram, not a huge fan of his, but um, you know, he does a good job. He's more in the fantasy football world, but he does a pretty good job on stuff. But he showed this image of Caleb Williams after he lost, jumping in the stands and like just weeping in his mom's arms. And he was just like, "Is that somebody you're gonna follow? Is that somebody you're gonna dude?" I'm with him on that take, man. That was a great take by Smitty. And I mean, seriously, like what is that? Like, what are you? You're on national TV, like jumping in the stands, like weeping in your mom's arms, and you're not around your teammates or anything. Like, what? I don't know, man. I think I'm out on Caleb Williams. I think I'm out. I'm just, another dumb pick for the Bears. What's Oh, I think I'm out on this guy, man. I know that's a silly thing to like be the cause of everything, but that just, I mean, that, whatever. You guys get it. You either get it or you don't get it. But I'm out on Caleb Williams. I'm out. Sorry, but I wish the best for the guy. I never want someone to not succeed. So I hope he succeeds. I would love to see the Bears good. Um, I'm not a hater or anything, but I'm just saying like that's a little I don't that's just silliness. That's just I mean one of the and then he had those flashy glasses and one of the Bears players who already knows he's gonna get drafted there already came out and was like, dude, don't bring that Hollywood crap over here to Chicago because we're gonna see right through that. So his future teammates are already like dogging the guy, like, hey man, those stupid little bedazzled glasses and Hollywood stuff, like, don't bring that crap over here, dude. Like none of us are gonna follow you if you do that crap. So I mean, you already have guys. It's not looking good from the start, man. It's just not looking good. And the Bears would be wise to, you know, maybe they still want to draft the guy, but they'd be wise to take a second look. They'd be wise to step back and, you know, too many times, and you see this with bad organizations, they never back out. They make a bad decision, they realize it's a bad decision, and then they continue with the bad decision. And that's why teams like the Bears stay the Bears. You have to humble yourself enough to be like, hey, I see that I'm making a bad decision. Let, let me turn this around. So, and advice maybe I should take a little bit in life too, but in everyone really. But I mean that's the difference, man. Things like that can be the difference, man. Just don't be a bull moose, man. Like reconsider decisions. Once you see that you've made a wrong decision, hey, um, my bad, and move on and try to correct it, fix it. And maybe don't draft Caleb Williams. You might see something at the end, towards the end, right before the last couple weeks, and you go, "Oh, but we've already decided." No, that's why you're going to continue to lose because no, you've got to go. No, stop. We have to. We can't do this now. We got 2 weeks. We got to figure out who we're drafting now. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I do have a lot of other things I want. I do want to say one more thing because L'Jarius Sneed. I want to talk about L'Jarius Sneed. I think they said he's getting 76 million or something from the Titans because he got traded to the Titans. By the way, if you go back on my podcast, you'll see the year he got drafted. I told everyone he was a sleeper in that fourth round. I told everyone that kid was going to be dynamic in the NFL, and I just want to say I was right about that. But actually, I would have been the best GM in the NFL if you had that year. If you go back and watch that my draft picks for that year. But yeah. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Hit me up on Instagram or wherever, and let me know if you have any questions. If you want to buy official picks, go to my website or hit me up on any of my Instagram or anything else. Again, I gave you what I like and stuff, but I didn't necessarily give you what picks I'm giving out, what picks I'm selling, what I'm doing. So if you guys want official knowledge and picks like that, hit me up. And as always, guys, let's make some money. Let's have some fun doing it.